So it turns out Razor naming his team before Rassie did is not maybe the biggest surprise of the day. The biggest surprise is a 5-3 split for the Springboks. That's a collector's item in recent years, isn't it? You see, Rassie always innovating. Going back to the old school, a 5-3 split and some big selections in those key decision-making areas. Handré Pollard and Willie le Roux and Grant Williams. 9, 10, 15, all changed. Really, really interesting. And yeah, lots to talk about on this video. Please give me your thoughts in the comment down below. Thank you so much for watching, for following the channel, for liking, for subscribing. It's just me, and it really helps spread the word. I'm in the Western Cape. I'm going to be at the game at the weekend, and I'm so excited about it, not least because we've just seen this team. I'm going to come together, by the way, at the end of this video with a combined 23-man squad. If you had access to all 23 New Zealanders, all 23 South Africans, which would you pick? I've got to show you this view again. Sorry to keep going on about it, but how unbelievable is that? The sky looks like an oil painting. Just, I will be sharing a video soon on where I am, what I've been up to in the Cape. But rugby is what we're talking about now, isn't it? And here we are on a Thursday. 48 hours time and Cape Town will be starting to get filled with green and gold. And well, we'll see actually. That was going to be one interesting thing to watch. How many All Black jerseys are there? I would imagine there'll be more than there were at Ellis Park. But how many more? How much has the whole Cape Crusader thing changed? And this Springbok team certainly feels like they've already built something. Certainly feels like they're still building, and that is coming back to the selection. That's how it feels, because it would be easy to say Apalele Fassi dropped, Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu benched. But I don't think that's the right way to describe this, is it? This is rotation, and I would not be surprised if even a couple of weeks ago, Rassie Erasmus told Grant Williams and Handré Pollard and Willie le Roux and Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu and Kobus Reinach and Apalele Fassi that this was going to be the team for each game. It absolutely feels like there's a 2027 plan, whilst at the same time, and I think possibly this is the challenge, isn't it? I think this Springbok team has the potential to go on a really long unbeaten run. Maybe kind of build a reputation like the 2015 New Zealand side did, but also future-proof the side at the same time. Not feel like a team is falling off a cliff. And we've seen that. We've got the 96th cap, this will be, I think, for Willie le Roux. And he's coming in with all that experience. But all that experience from last weekend is in the bank from Apalele Fassi. Bad hair day today. Sorry about that. Can't be helped. Yeah, so rotated, not dropped. And on Handré Pollard, I've said before many times, and I'll say it again, he is an absolutely world-class fly half. I think too quickly people describe Handré Pollard as some kind of robotic kicking fly half. He's not. He's got an all-round game. And yeah, I mean, well, I'll come to my combined team in a minute. Last week, I chose Damian McKenzie just over Sasha Feinberg and Ngomazulu in my combined team. I'll come to that in a minute. Spoiler alert. Handré Pollard is world-class. Sasha is going to be world-class, and maybe his ceiling could be higher than Handré Pollard's, which is saying something, because Pollard is an amazing player. And now South Africa, dearie me, now South Africa really have got two playmakers in their team in a way that they didn't last week. They went for, it almost feels like the two teams have switched around, and I wonder how much New Zealand are reacting to South Africa. But they seem to have gone with a back three now, which is going to be all attack, all counter-attack potentially. And now South Africa have gone back to a side that may just rein in the counter-attacking a little bit and might just ping the corners and play a little bit more territory. Again, evolution of a side, they can play more than one way. And Willie le Roux with Handré Pollard, maybe the one. It's an amazing stat, isn't it, that I've said a few times recently. Grant Williams has only played 2 minutes of rugby with a number 9 on his back. He's only started one previous game, and in that match, he was concussed against Argentina in 2 minutes. But he gets a start, and he was great off the bench. He will see this as a huge opportunity. It's one of those shirts, isn't it, where the selection is completely up for grabs. The number 9 jersey come the next World Cup could be anyone's, and it could even be Jaden Hendricks's, who is on the bench and back, which, well, I mean, these two guys could be the two that are going to take that position forward, you feel, with Faf de Klerk injured at the moment, not getting any younger, and Kobus Reinach, again, an older age profile. These could be the two. Who's going to be starter? Who's going to be finisher? We'll see in the months and years to come. As for the forward pack, who I haven't even mentioned yet, Eben Etzebeth is back and fit. That was to be, well, he was fit last week, but he's back to start. That was to be expected. Sia is fit. There was a potential red card collision sighting, which is why I think he broke his nose and fractured his eye socket, real hairline fracture on his eye socket. There was a potential red card offence which wasn't cited. In any case, it hasn't cost Sia his spot in the team this week. That will be one of the reasons why Rassie waited until today to name the team. And it feels like Sia is a big game player, and this feels like a very big game. And the two positions in the forward pack where there is going to be some potential for other players to come in and take the spot. Ruan Nortje in the second row. I thought he took his chance really well, worked hard, and most of all, Jasper Wiese, who I think has that number 8 shirt. Elric Lowe waiting on the bench. You've got Cameron Hanekom, obviously, to come in. Evan Ruas when he's back from his surgery. But Jasper Wiese, he was good, wasn't he? So, how have I not mentioned Canan Moody at this point? My word. Canan Moody, potentially, along with Sasha Feinberg and Gomezulu, the highest ceiling of any young player in South Africa, in my estimation. Am I wrong on that? If I'm wrong, tell me. But he's been injured a lot, but this kid is serious. And until Sasha came along, Canan Moody was the one that everyone was just going mad about. Understandably so. They've got them both now, and Canan Moody is back. What I like about this, I think I'll finish with this point on the selection. No sentiment whatsoever. It would have been really easy, and some coaches might have picked Ben Jason Dixon, at least in a matchday squad. Started Sasha because it's a home ground. No sentiment. This is about winning. This is about a longer plan, and I like the selection. And as much as I was going to say, as much as I'm looking forward to hearing. I said on the video after the Ellis Park test, can't wait to see the reception that Sasha gets in front of his home crowd. We're going to get it when he comes off the bench. Right, as for a combined team, there we go. Get my windswept hair off your screen and have a look at those names. What would you do? 23 players from New Zealand, 23 players from South Africa. If you put them together, which ones would you pick in a combined team dominated by South Africa in the pack? I think that's understandable. For me, no arguments. I did think Terrell Lomax, I'll say that. I thought Terrell Lomax was absolutely excellent, and he is pushing Franz Malherbe in that tight head prop position, and Cody Taylor's no slouch as well, but I've gone for the South Africans there. I thought, Steenekamp on the bench. Apologies, I've got him in, I should have had that coloured green, so that's another South African there. Well, I mean, look at the bench, just Beauden Barrett there. I'll come to that in a minute, but Scott Barrett and Ardie Savia in the pack. In the back, it's a bit more even, and Damian McKenzie could well have been and might for some people be the choice at fly half. For me, Handré Pollard is the real deal. All-round game. And if it gets tight, you know he's the clutch king. And that's why I would always pick Handré Pollard over Damian McKenzie. I'd have Damian McKenzie in my matchday squad possibly. Potentially even fullback, but that's not an option. In this particular exercise, Colby and Talea as the wingers. Geordie Barrett, I put Damien Diolende last week, but I thought Geordie Barrett was absolutely outstanding, and I feel I have to reward that in my selection. And Will Jordan at fullback. Yes, over Willie le Roux. Will Jordan hasn't played a lot. Willie le Roux is amazing, but Will Jordan is just box office. That bench, again, concerns me from a New Zealand perspective. They've got more experience there than before with guys like Beauden Barrett and Perenara. Sorry, I've got Steenkamp and Perenara the wrong way around. With Perenara and Barrett, the backs look better. I've done this in a rush, can you tell? But yeah, dominated by South Africa. And in my estimation, this is going to be another South African victory. Beautiful country and a pretty handy rugby team. I'm going to go for... I actually think South Africa could win by more than they won last time. I'm going to go South Africa by 12. I was close last week. Who knows what it will be this week? But leave your comments down below. See you on the next one.